Think about the most inspiring, most talented, most motivating people on this fucking earth. All of them have one thing in common. They're not only motivated, they're not only disciplined, they're obsessed. And that's what you need to be to become successful. I mean, you don't need to be it, but everybody has a different definition of success. When I talk about becoming successful, I mean really successful. I don't mean making 10K and thinking you're the shit. I mean in sports, physically, mentally, financially, being the best version of yourself. You have to be obsessed with the best version of yourself. I'm not only talking about being obsessed with one goal. I'm talking about being obsessed with yourself. So I'm going to explain you in this video how you're going to, with these 11 steps I'm going to give you, become obsessed, not only with you, but all the things you want to achieve in this life. Because I can tell you right now, there is something in some people, and you might not have it, that's just giving them the strength to find their obsession. Some people are just obsessed with becoming a basketball pro, with becoming this and that. Most of the times it's connected with their circumstances, like people that are coming from nothing and have nothing are often very obsessed with becoming the best version of themselves because they know they can't do it. Even though they have nothing, they still believe in the version they want to be. And that's what you need. But even though you have not the baddest circumstances or you just lost a life, you can still become obsessed with you and with your goals. And I'll give you in this video, just like I said, 11 steps on how to become obsessed, how to build obsession. If you want to have a better explanation on why becoming obsessed is better than being disciplined or just motivated, just look in the MS talk that I just posted and analyze the video for yourself. Let's get right into the first point of obsession. First of all, let's write down obsession. Very important topic of the video. Number one, identify your passion. What is a passion? Passion is something you just strive for, you just love, you just want to fight for. When you wake up, you think about that one thing. And I just said that sometimes your obsession should be yourself. So if you now think, I don't have a obsession with something, I'm not obsessed with me, you just don't respect yourself, you don't love yourself, and you have no purpose in this life. So when you have an obsession with yourself and your goals, it is just knowing what you want to achieve in this life. And you have to understand that, for an example, you want to be rich. You just can't be rich, you just can't attract money and girls and all the things you want by not being obsessed with the best version of yourself, because only the best version of yourself will get all of these things. That's why I'm talking about being obsessed with yourself, because fuck the money, fuck the business you want to start. If you're obsessed with you, being healthy, being sexy, just looking into the mirror and thinking, I am that man, not only physically, but also mentally. You know you don't jerk off of porn. You know you don't chase girls. You know that you're true to your word. So you say that you're going to do something, you do it. For an example, doing 100 push-ups, you say you're going to do it, fucking do it. And if you know, damn, I'm that man, then you will automatically have all the things you're obsessed with. You're going to have all the things you want to have. So it is just a mental thought you have to change. It's just your mindset. So you have to identify who you want to be, what you want to be, and then the goals will come with it. Or you know your goals, and then you have to identify, who do I have to be to get to that goals? Identify your obsession. Just like I said, either goals or you. Because these two things are combined in one. Very easy step. How can you now find out what your obsession is, what your goals are? Go very deep into your mind. Think about the things you like. Not money, not business. I'm giving you an example. You want to help people, like in your neighborhood. That is your passion. You like sports, you like basketball. You want to help other people to get more basketball training because you're now 25, or you want to be a basketball pro. You now need money because you need a college degree, you need to go to the US, you need to make that 10K a month to, I don't know, whatever, but combined to your goals. There's a difference between making money and your purpose. Because sometimes we have to first of all make money to then just put that money into our purpose. But just making money because you see it on Instagram, just making money because you know making money, that is my obsession, that is me, I want to make money. And then you have that money, you will die with no soul. Sometimes your obsession is God. Sometimes your obsession is finding God. I don't know what it is. But find it. For an example, you see me here right now doing my videos. My obsession, the thing I love to do is giving value, teaching other people, teaching myself, bettering myself every fucking day, making men strong again. You could have the same obsession than me. Start a fucking video, find out what it is, write down why you want to do that, go deep into your why. Your why is very important. The reason for you starting that shit, the reason why you want to keep continuing, because you will be disciplined if you know why you're waking up and working on that obsession. The difference between motivation, discipline, and obsession is that discipline is like, yeah, you're disciplined right now, but if you have nothing, no fire for it, if you just know, okay, I will reach that goal, I have these type of reasons, I'm gonna keep going, and you will feel lost. But if you have an obsession is always combined with fire inside of you, because you just love the shit you're doing right now, you will keep going no matter what, and that is consistency at the end of the day. That's what you want to achieve. That's why it's so important to write down, first of all, your why. Change your belief system. That's the first thing. Change the fact that you believe that you can achieve anything. Number one. Number two, what you want to achieve. Number three, why you want to achieve that. And then write down your goals. And then you know, oh, that is my obsession. Okay, that is my purpose. I know what I want to achieve. And then identify, okay, I have to make that money. That is the thing I have to do on the side. It's not my obsession to make money, but I know I need that money for my obsession. You have to go deep into it. Give yourself time. Use a fucking mind map. Use a notebook and write that shit down. You see, my mind was also right now like I have some thoughts there. I have some thoughts there. I have some thoughts here. And it's just the same for you when you start to write down your obsession. Because you will see so many points you want to achieve. But you have to identify, just like I said, why do I want to achieve that? Okay, I want to make money. But why? Because I know that money will give me a purpose, and then I can use that purpose because I have an obsession for that. Very easy. Number two, when you now identify your obsession, you have to set clear goals. That is very important. How you become obsessed? When you know what you want to achieve. Create a fucking vision board and start with your goals. Set clear goals. What are goals? I always talk about having long-term and short-term goals. I'm going to explain to you why. It is very easy to keep going if you know I have a long-term vision. I want to be the best fitness influencer and give the best value and give kids everything back and make the people happy and healthy again. This is my long-term vision. In 10 years and 20 years, I want to achieve it. No matter what. There's no time limit. To be a role model in fitness, to be an influencer in fitness and be influential, you know you need to get that six-pack right now, right? You know you need to get fit. That is your short-term goal. In 30 days, you want to get that six-pack. Now, let's imagine you don't get that six-pack in 30 days. Are you going to still keep going? Yes, because you got a long-term vision. But most of the people just got a short-term vision. They got a short-term goal. And that's why they're not consistent. Because they think, in this year, only 1 year right now, or 6 months, I'm going to make that 10K. And if they don't do it, they're not going to keep going. They're just saying, okay, fuck that, I'm going back to my 9 to 5. It's just not for me. And that's what you have to change. Set clear goals. Number 3, immerse yourself. What does it mean? Very easy. It does mean that you go deep into your obsession. So now you have your goal. Now you have your obsession. Now you know what you want to achieve in this life, right? For an example, you love art, you love drawing, you love rapping, I don't know what, but something in that space. You have an idea, but now you have to immerse it. So what does it mean? You go deep into it. Now you search for more information. Now you're going to create your first picture. Now you draw your first picture. Now you rap your first lines. Now you go deep into how can I rap better? How can I draw better? Who is this and this creator of this and this? Who's Van Gogh? Who's this rapper? Like, go deep into it, because then your obsession will just rise up and grow. And that is very important, because you will only keep going if you like your obsession even more. If you're really obsessed with the thing you like. That is very important. And you can get obsessed, and you can train your mind to be more obsessed and find your obsession by finding what you really like and go deep into that topic. Like, I know many people, it's very important from a young age. Like, I knew a kid when I worked at the school who was like very, very in love with basketball. And I straight up told him at the first day, go deep into it. Like, who's this player? And every week I just ask him a question about this NBA team, this NBA player, how many NBA players are in the NBA, some German players, something about European basketball, just for him growing his obsession about this topic. because now he wants to be a basketball player no matter what. And not only does he want to be one, he's going to train like one because he knows everything that basketball player does every fucking day, because he analyzes it, because he goes into that shit, because he really wants to have that, because he's obsessed with it. You will never be distracted if you know what you want to achieve. And if your whole life, like if you even watch a fucking film, it is about the same topic, you will never get distracted. That is not a distraction. You just learn something. You just get that value into your mind. Like if you're obsessed with martial arts and look at a martial arts, I don't know, Netflix series, it is not that distracting because you can there analyze the techniques. Like if you really see your whole life with your obsession, with your passion, with clear goals, everything you see, you will easily cut off or see as value. And that is very important. Number 4, create a routine. Now you have your goals. Now you're into your topics. Now you know what, for an example, you want to be a basketball pro, a gym bodybuilder, fitness influencer, a multimillionaire. You have your information now. You have clear goals. You know what you want to have. Now you have to create a routine. Very easy. Schedule. You know you want to be a basketball pro, right? Create a routine. Then even though you're working a 9 to 5 right now, I'm always talking about be, do, have. You're already that person in your mind. And now you think, fuck, I have to do the same thing. An NBA pro is training like 3 times a day. Or Kobe Bryant, like who's your inspiration, who's your obsession, what you're obsessed with. And now you think, okay, I have to stretch in the morning. After that, I have to run. After that, I have to shoot my shots for my basketball practice. Do more than other people, because if you're just in your environment right now, if you're in your space, you're going to a basic basketball club, right? And they're just doing 1 training or 2 trainings a week. But you want to be an NBA pro. You want to be a boxing champ. I don't know what. You know you have to train like these boxing pros, right? Not everybody gets supported. They don't see your potential, but you are, because you're obsessed with it. So what you have to do now is create a fucking routine over that shit. So even though you have your 9 to 5, you have to go to school. Before work, after work, between, do some push-ups. Now you eat clean. Now you have your routine. Now you know when you journal. Now you know when you read. And the books are also about your obsession. Like, create a routine. Very easy step. Number 5, limit distractions. Just like I said, I think it is something that we will do automatically, but still some people are very into social media, very into, I don't know, whatever, girls, pornography, weed. But if you're really obsessed with something, you will cut it off. If you still got problems with it, I can give you some tips. If your workplace, for an example, you want to be an artist, right? You want to be a rapper. You want to be someone that draws. If you have a workplace, never put your phone in there. Just put on your music that you need to get inspired. Don't smoke weed. Fuck all of that. Your TV should be on the other side of the bed when you have a TV. Only follow, for an example, on Instagram, people that are doing the same thing that you're obsessed with. Like, if you go on your Instagram and you see, fuck, they doing artwork right now, either get inspired or get angry about that. I'm always talking about masculinity. Use that emotion. If you're angry about somebody doing something better than you, you can, first of all, you should not compare yourself to them, but still you can use that motivation that you got right now, that power, because angry and emotion is always energy, and energy is power, and you can use it right now and put it into your creations. So do that. Just limit your distractions, because without it, you will never achieve anything. Number 6, document your journey. Very important. I'm not only talking about recording videos, it is also about journaling, because you will get more and more obsessed if you see the process you made. And if you think about all the journals you had, all the things you already wrote down like 3 to 4 months ago, and now you see, damn, I already made that process. I already achieved all these things. I have more knowledge than before. This shit is inspiring. And if you're really obsessed with it, you should do that. It is a very short point, but document your journey could be making videos about it. Starting a personal brand about your obsession, because then you will get more people to see you. And trust me, you will not just stop something which you show on the internet. For an example, me right now, I'm doing masculinity content, doing it for 3-5 years, and now when I just want to stop, people will say, damn, why you want to stop? Isn't that your obsession? When you want to start a fucking personal brand and show the people what you're doing, people are interested in your life because they got no life. And you are right now distracted because you're not creating, you are a consumer. But you could be a creator. And that's how you limit your distraction and at the same time document your journey. Number 7, challenge yourself. Very easy and quick point, but you can challenge yourself every fucking day. For an example, you are right now. I always give the same example. You want to be a basketball pro, you want to be a boxing pro. Even though you have no coach, nobody sees your potential. You see your potential. So challenge yourself alone. You are your own coach. Even if you draw something, give yourself the challenge to draw every fucking week a nice picture. Give yourself a challenge that you have a rap text finished every 2 weeks. Give yourself the challenge that you wake up and shoot 400 shots every fucking day. If you become a basketball pro, to get better at shooting a ball into the net, and document that whole shit. Challenge yourself. Do that for 3 to 4 months and see how good you've been. Then go to an audition. Then go to basketball training. Then you also have to compare yourself sometimes, especially as a man. Get into competition, you see, because then you will see, damn, I made progress. I see that my obsession is real. That is very important. Challenge yourself. Let's get to the next 4 points that we're going to talk about. But I hope, which is very important not only for me, but also for you, that you write everything down. You can rewatch that video, but for me personally, writing is very important, especially as a man. We underestimate that step. You really think not writing something or writing something is gay, but it isn't gay. It is putting something into your mind. And how we learn? By doing the same thing over and over and over again. For an example, me writing this down is not only for you learning something and not only for you having a visualization, but also for me seeing, okay, I'll write that down, now I'll put it into my mind even more. And that's what you should do. So get your fucking notebook and write down everything you see as value and everything you want to implement into your life. Number 8, celebrate small wins. I'm not a big fan of that shit right here, but still you have to do that, right? Even though you have big wins, you know, I said short and long-term goals. And if you achieved your short-term goal, for an example, get your 6-pack, then celebrate that. Celebrating does not mean that you go to a party and smoke weed right now and change your whole life. No. Celebrating is something in your mind. Because I'm constantly, for an example, me, constantly in the mind of, fuck, I did not achieve nothing. I'm a nobody. I have to keep going just to keep me pushing. It is not the best positive self-talk, but you see the difference. I'm still believing in myself, loving myself, but I know I have to keep going because I see the bigger version of myself. I see the best version of myself. That's why I talk the way I talk to myself. Still, I keep going. I love myself. But you have to celebrate your small wins. For an example, you made your 10K steps a day for 6 months. Be proud of yourself. Celebrating does not mean doing something that is unusual. Just in your mind, be like, damn. Give yourself 2-hour meditation. Say, I'm thankful to my old self that just kept going and just pushed herself, because that's very important. Self-talk. Number 9, stay curious. It is very important to understand, and you will understand that if you know something, you will realize that you know nothing, especially with your obsession. So if you learn something about, especially art or something about basketball, you can always learn more. You can always see different type of views, perspectives, and don't think just because you know how to box right now and you have your boxing, you know how to shadow box, you know how to box. Now somebody who's already a world champion, even though somebody from the street comes up to you and tells you or trying to explain you that this is a better way or you can implement that for you being better. Don't say, I know everything about my obsession, I read so many books. No, always be open for more. Even though at the end of the day you will say, you know what, it is not for me. Still, you learned something. And it's always about learning. Step number 10, visualize success. What does visualize mean? Visualize. I did already talked about it, but just like I said, it is about being that person right now. You're in your obsession to be the best version of yourself. You are the best version of yourself, right? Don't say, I want to be that man. I want to have that shit. I want to be there. I want to meet that girl. Say, I am him. I have that. Not I will have. I have that. I am rich. I am mentally, physically on point. Even though you are not that man right now. Because if you say, I'm a basketball pro. I'm an NBA basketball pro. You don't know that? Just to yourself, into the mirror. Don't you know I'll play for the, I don't know, whatever team? Lakers. Don't you know that? Because then you will implement that. You will believe that. And if you believe it, you will do the things that NBA player does, right? Be, do, have. Your brain doesn't know the difference between reality and visualization or thought. Be, do, have. Most of the people, they want to have success. They want to have these things. First of all, they think that is the first step. I make my money and then I have it. Because then I will do this shit. And after that, I will be that man. For an example, you want to be a successful man that everybody loves with status, right? You want to have that Lamborghini. And you think, you know what? When I have that six pack, when I have that Lamborghini, when I have this and that, I will be that man. Wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong. You will be that man. You have to be that man. Now, to then do the things that man does. For an example, you think right now, you know what? I'm a motherfucker. I'm a successful dude with a six pack. What you gonna do? Going to the gym, right? Making his money, respecting himself, eating clean, approach girls. And now you do the things. And after you did the things, or doing it right now, active, you will have everything. So that's why I say be to have, not have to be. That's the wrong mental thought. That's what I mean with visualization. You have to visualize your success, not only mentally, but also by your actions. Last point, number 11, practice patience. P plus P. Or also learn resilience. Why? You know, we in this world, we want instant gratification, but that's not it. You have to wait. You have to be patient. You have to learn to fall and get up again. Because most of the people right now making money with a fucking meme coin, they're so obsessed with it, right? No, they just had a hit and they learned nothing. They're 18 years old, no life experience, never seen a dead person, never were really broke, never had to work alone, never did a normal 9-to-5 job, never had to clean up the toilets, never had that respect for their parents, just get everything in their ass. That's cool for them, but they will never get respected in real life. You just see that in their fucking eyes. Life experience is important. Don't cry about it. Never use your life situation you're in right now, your circumstances, as an excuse for not grinding. It is just a training ground level 1. Going through a fucking game. Your life is a game. And you have the best circumstances. Because at the end of the day, the hero will be somebody that has gone through pain, that has a story. Why is Batman more likable than Superman? Because Superman had everything. Oh yes, he lost his parents, but still he had his powers. Batman, just like us, a human, lost his fucking parents. Yes, he was rich, but he used that money because of his pain, like a superhero, like a fucking superhero, to now protect the people, to not going through the same pain. And he had nothing. He wasn't a superhero. He had no special effects or something like that. He's from the ghetto, and that's something we like somebody that comes from nothing up to the top. You respect these type of people. And that's why I say be patient, because you think, oh my God, I'm 22, I'm 25, I have no money. When you have your money with 30, you have still 30 fucking years or more to live. But when you made your money with 18, what you living for? I mean, you're already rich. That is not the life story you want to have. You want to have that money with 30, 35, that's nice, perfectly. Trust me. Because now you can talk about your 30 years where you had nothing. And people will say, damn, you overcome that shit? Yeah, I overcome that shit. That's life. So if you want to become obsessed, if you want to have an obsession, and if you want to win in real life, you not only win by motivation, not only win by discipline, but by being obsessed with your fucking goals. So implement these steps now into your life, and your life will change. Let's get it, champ.